Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Now today we are going to be estimating what would happen to if Jupiter moved from here to here. Now the first thing we would know that nothing for the big giant would change except that it just engulfed Mercury, putting that out the picture. Now because of how wide it is, straight away it's got orbited by the sun, which was going to be kind of obvious. Now moving a behemoth across here to here is a big change of events, because straight away Mercury, Venus is out, and they basically just don't do anything. It's lucky for us or Mars to be alive right now. So I don't think anything is going to survive the major impact of this. And as we can see already, that we would not live a single second on both of these planets now, because they're all now out of the picture. And as you can see, I think we got a little hit by the explosion, but we're not going to be so lucky. But because we're a bigger, stronger planet, we're going to resist the lava and actually hit him. Yes, you heard me. It did damage to the big giant. The big giant, as we can see, has already hitted Saturn from Earth. This means this behemoth is huge already, from it being the biggest mountain. Seeing how, actually, we would survive this claustrophobic event. Seeing how we would crash into Jupiter is not the problem here. See, the problem here is, could we survive? Now, yes, actually, may crash into Jupiter, but Jupiter would still leave bits of us behind. So, yeah, that means that we would actually survive, some of us. Meaning that we would turn into, like, kind of a crisp. And we would probably move closer to the sun. It doesn't mean that our orbiters went crazy. Exactly the same of what Jupiter and Uranus have did so far. But it does mean we have flinged into another orbit, because the other planets died. So we would safe, because we're the bigger planet here, we'd actually get off the hook. Yeah, and you're probably thinking, why wouldn't we survive out of Uranus? Because it's an ice giant, and like he'd be slippery and it'd kill us soon, and we couldn't get out because it's the ice giant and it'll just crash into us. There's no escaping it, because it's more of a bendy planet, meaning it won't let anything escape from its presence. So yeah. Now if we move Jupiter a little bit over to, I don't know, here we see that it destroyed nearly half of the solar system. Seeing how Saturn has been absolutely dominated by the giant, but so has the giant. But does not mean that everything else is dead and gonna. Now there'd be no goners from them. We would survive. Now some of the planets here, because they're big, would survive. Like Mars would survive, but not Venus. Venus wouldn't survive because it would get impacted twice from it getting yeeted over near to the sun, then getting close to here, but Earth would just barely get impacted. Doesn't mean that you wouldn't get hurt though, Mr. Giant Planet. Mr. Giant Planet would probably get the most hurt, actually. Probably near the most hurt. And then when it comes down, then when the massive giant, when you think the massive giant's finished its rampage, it comes down here. And because it's an arsenic, doesn't have a solid surface and more bendy, it could probably escape the impact of Jupiter. But in this case, no, it wouldn't. At all. Well, it would actually, because like there'll just be half of Uranus. So that means now Pluto has got destroyed, meaning everything is technically just falling into parts because they're not massive ice planets. Oh, it's basically the same size. But then, if we were to use a very, very, very big ice giant, this giant, I mean, over here. As we can see, Uranus has got chunked as well. And half of Pluto's been destroyed, so some more Pluto's left, I guess. And yes, they're starting to make a move now away from the ice giant. So meaning that Neptune is still a planet, and Pluto is not a planet still. Even though it might be able to find an orbit to stay on. Now, so now it has came in here and is now basically destroyed all of Uranus. Couldn't rest because we were so on edge thinking he's going to kill us. I swear to God. And I've never been scared of people like that. Yeah. Meaning that the blue giant, as we can see, would still be alive, meaning that half the planets have been moved suspiciously. But if we undo all of that, is the massive red planet was now scorched on the other massive planet, making, well, it even smaller. Meaning that I think this guy might be biggest, might be the one that survives. Oh God. It's got literally dominated. No, but very sadly, only 2 planets has got fully destroyed. But because of the mass of Jupiter, all of Saturn's rings, all of his beautiful, 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 beautiful rings has sadly destroyed the one. Meaning that the big planet has survived too. So hypothetically, that survived. We survived the best probably, but we still got in core. I mean, Saturn survived. I think you pick it now. Still, making him not crash into anything coming down. Neptune and Pluto survived. Out of all of them, I didn't expect Pluto to survive. Out of all of them. Yeah, wait, that's probably the size of it! Just like it's been smashed. There. And Pluto didn't get a big coffin. So basically that means that if it didn't get a big coffin, and all the planets are smaller now, does that make him a planet now? So if this happens, is Pluto a planet? Because now it'd be bigger than Neptune, Mercury, and would be the third biggest planet. It's a planet now! Crazy! Bro, that is absolutely crazy. It seemed like everything would have got destroyed in the dominance of Jupiter, because how big it is. But no, surprisingly a lot got destroyed because how big the planet is. It would smash the other planets, not all of them, making them scatter. And that's what these rocks are, remains of some. So that means if we were into an Earth in that situation, that would still be roughly around 700 million of us. If we lived on Mercury, it wouldn't be as nice as an ending. I mean on, Mars. It would be around 45,000. Not a lot. If we lived on Neptune, though, it would be around 100,000. If we lived on Pluto, now this is if we lived on Pluto, making that if we seen the size of Pluto only got quarter smaller, meaning that does that mean Pluto has the most alive? I mean, like, luckily it does, because if we were starting off from that and then taking that away, that would mean there would be still getting approached 900 million. I mean, 9,000 million. 9 million people still alive. Nearly a billion. Nearly. And if we were acronym that from Saturn, there would be around 1 billion people left. Look, if we were to put that onto there, it would still probably fit around, 2 billion. But if we were doing Pluto, my dear friend, if we lived onto the Pluto planet, we would have roughly 7 billion I was still alive. Meaning, I think Pluto won. I don't know, all the planets Pluto got. But there's honorable mentions to Uranus for dying the crossfire, because like it had 2 stages. Mercury died just because of its pure size and everything's dying from there. Venus died is because it was too close to the sun and, well, Jupiter absorbed it. Let's do the best mentions to the ones that survived of planets. To our last honor, we have to give that to Mars. Then it would go into Neptune. And then it would go into Saturn. Actually, no. Then it would go into the Earth. Then it would go to Saturn. Then, surprisingly, Pluto. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe and peace.